Hi everybody, Hitch here, and I am going to present you with the game 2 that we were watching earlier of Tong-fu versus IG with Baumi earlier on my Twitch stream, and he's going to be releasing a video of that, which I will link down in the descriptions. So here we are. I popped us to the very end of the drafting stage, just so you can have a kind of a look at the heroes and try to think of why they would choose them in this order and everything like that. So that way later on in the game you can see what their thought was. Like, maybe the Rubik pick to grab some Lion spells, the Ogre Magi, well, because he's just amazing. Skywrath Mage, always good at blowing up squishier supports, so maybe the Rubik, putting the silence on the Brewmaster so we can't split, all sorts of good things. So I just wanted to have you see kind of the order in which things were picked, because I always think that's important to know, because otherwise some drafts can look completely insane. But, so here we are. We got Tong-fu versus Invictus Gaming, and that is, of course, for the iLeague Season 2 ticket. All right, so starting off, we got Tong-fu. On the Brewmaster, we have Tong-fu 9, who's always entertaining to watch. Tong-fu, let's see, we got Kian on the Razor. And on the Zeus, we've got Xingqiu. And then LPC on the Rubik. And then finally rounding out these guys is going to be Kabu on the Ogre Magi. That completes it for Tong-fu. On the Dire side, they won earlier on the Radiant. So let's take a look quickly at IG as Tong-fu goes into a smoke. So let's do it quick. IG, you got Chuan on the Lion. June on this Juggernaut, wearing the awesome new Blades Keepers set. Although I don't know if that set is going to keep him safe when all of this support, well, the entire team of Tong-fu is coming down, and it looks like they might catch CH or Ch on the Skywrath Mage. Not sure. Okay, fight breaking out. Ooh, Lion hitting all 5 heroes and saving June on the Juggernaut. What a freaking play by Chuan. You don't see team saves like that this early in the game. Oh god, but Chuan getting overconfident. He's diving back in there and he's getting blinked down. I think he should be safe. They don't have anything to stop him, but a little bit of excitement as the Tong-fu squad secure this bottom rune. Meanwhile, top rune, they're just going to give it away for free to this Tide Hunter with Zai on this Tide Hunter right here. And that leaves our mid lane with Ferrari 430. One of the best mid players in the game. I love watching this man play. And let's see what he started out with as he struts down this mid lane, Shadow Fiend style. So starting off, nothing too surprising. We got a couple tangos, Wraith Band, and some GG branches. Never underestimate the GG branch, man. That can give you just a little bit of mana or health or something that you might not have otherwise had, especially in this mid lane for ganks. So, looks like he's been going up against Xingqiu on the Zeus. It should be an interesting laning phase because they both have very good zoning spells and things like that. As Shadow Fiend, of course, has the raise, but he going for Necromancy first so we can get his souls up, so that way, by the time he gets to level 6, Requiem of Souls does insane amount of damage. Up here on the off lane, we got Kian on the Razor. I hope I'm saying that right. For the record, I'm sorry if I'm not. And then Zai on the Tide Hunter for EG. So that means we got, again for these teams, 2 tri-lanes with Kabu U9 and LPC going up against Zune and Ch. Okay, Chuan's doing a little bit of roaming here in the forest. We'll see what he's up to. I think maybe he's just staying off the map so they don't know where he is, or maybe he was dewarding. I didn't quite see that part. A lot of dangerous wards. We got a creep block ward here, which is hard to get to, so I mean, they might have seen the early aggression and seen it, but yeah, this does a great job of blocking out this camp, while this one should be blocking out that camp. So that's a lot of farm that they've secured for themselves because there's no way to pull the creeps. If you don't know, pulling the creeps is when the creeps are headed here, a hero can come this way and pull this creep down, this neutral camp down, and then the creeps will come up and attack that and rob your team, if you're the Dire in this situation, of an entire creep wave worth of farm. So that's always something you want to prevent happening. So those wards are very important. You got a similar ward over here from the Radiant to block off this easy camp. While usually this one is used to pull, this way you can't get a double pull, because if you pull some stuff over here, you can pull the creeps all the way down and through here and get a whole ton of creep block for your buck. Zai losing 98 attack damage. So he only had 58 to start with, so not much he's going to be doing against this scary queen for the next next little bit. So he's just probably going to stay away, Got the Kraken Shell up to deal with some of the damage coming out from the Razor. And the Anchor Smash, of course, to take away this Razor's damage. Meanwhile, we got Ferrari getting pushed out by Xingqiu. That zoning on the Zeus is just too good, but it looks like he's picking up his Shadow Raise ability, and you can use it one of two ways. You try to either farm or harass. It looks like he's going for more farm because that'll do him, he'll do much better that way with the Shadow Fiend. And with that, trying to get Xingqiu, he's not close enough to the creeps to get really solid, reliable damage out on that, so he's just playing it the safe way. Alright, over here, Tong-fu getting a little... Fu9 getting harassed by the Cha on the Skywrath Mage, one of my favorite heroes. Oh, he's wearing one of my favorite sets, too. Look at this guy. He looks like a poop. At the ball. Anyway. Chuan rocking the new wings. They look better than I was expecting. No fish stick, though. I like the fish stick. Fish is always fun. If you hadn't noticed, I am a cosmetics whore. I will buy them every single damn time. It's kind of embarrassing. Gotta say, so we got 2 in the static link, 1 on the plasma field, and 1 in unstable current, just so we can keep tracking down people. Oh, Ferrari getting kind of low in this mid lane. Let's see, no bottle yet or anything coming out for him, although he is up to 22 souls in Necromancer, making him getting pretty scary. I mean, 44 bonus damage at this early levels is really, really good. Meanwhile, bottom lane, almost got there. Tron getting that first blood, securing it, but June, is he going to get away? He drops the healing ward and starts to run. Oh, Skywrath just plinking away at Kabu, making him deal with him, so that way they have to, they have to give up what their chase, I guess is what I was saying. Zeus dying middle lane. Oh man, I'm so good at this. Okay, so we had a rotation from Tidehunter to destroy that, while Ferrari 430 is going to go top. Well, they're going to give Tide some safe farm for a little bit, get him up to 6, so that way he can have his wonderful ravage and destroy teams. So Ferrari up here selling some things. Finally got his bottle. No charges. Must have used them in that fight there. And so he's going for... Oh, he misses his Shadow Raise, and he's just going to TP out. He doesn't have the damage to deal with this Razor. And that's going to send him back to base, and that's a lot of wasted time, but he has bottle charges back up from going back to base. Meanwhile, down over here, we got Chuan getting messed up, and Chuck getting lifted, slowed, and then... Oh, the spike coming out. Maybe is enough to save him, but there's a lot of DPS coming from this tri-lane. I think Chuck doesn't stand a chance. We'll see, though. He's got the movement speed. Oh, there it is. Just one Rubik Zap, and he's done. So, so far, Tong-fu, 1 for 2 against IG in this Game 2 series. Tron hiding in the trees over here. It's interesting that they moved Ferrari out of the middle lane, because he's such a hardcore middle lane player. It looks like they might be rotating back with the Tidehunter moving back this way. The only problem with that is you give Zeus free farm, and that is always a scary thing to deal with later in the game. Let's take a look at our game stats. So let's see what's going to be the last hits denies. The most important thing right now. Look at Razor. He's dominating that top lane so hard that they had to bring in this Shadow Fiend. Okay, no, so Zai sitting in the back, trying not to be seen, as Ferrari is just going to have to go back, and I don't think this is going to turn into anything. The creeps must have seen him. So, okay, LPC coming up river. I think maybe he's just going to secure this rune, but he's going to have to challenge Zai for it, and so this could be a very bad place for LPC to be as the Briner. He gets the banner room, and he's just going to walk away. They didn't see him. They didn't do enough. Okay, Gush, but nothing else to follow. So middle tower taking some creep damage, and Zeus, meanwhile, bottling up an invisibility rune. That's always scary for a mid to have this early in the game, because they can just pop up out of nowhere. There's no detection, no way to keep track of what's going on with them. Fu9 and Kabu, meanwhile, doing some damage on this bottom tower. They're messing it up, while June is grabbing some farm for himself. He's got his phase boots he just picked up, so that'll give him some mobility, which is always good, because you want a lot of mobility on your Juggernaut. Over here, we've got my girlfriend checking the closet. She's adorable. Everybody say hi. I'm kidding, you can't say hi. All right. And then in mid lane, we've got Zai, and this Xingqiu is doing he's doing okay for Zeus. Actually, no, he's doing really well. The thing is, the Shadow Fiend recently is starting to take dominance over this top lane. He's getting something for it, for his rotation. And so now we have 3 all waiting to gank this Razor, because they know he's been doing the best on Tong-fu. They know that just because of how hard a time that Tidehunter had. So we'll see if they convince him. See this observer orbit out here? They can see everything he's doing. So they're trying to get him to back up and then maybe loop around here. So what is the button for that? Oh well. But looks like a failed gank, so Chuan and Cha aren't going to waste any more time trying to get it. Ooh, that was kind of interesting. They're still hidden, so Razor thinks he's safe now. Oh, the Zeus ult, though, scouting out everybody. Used to secure the kill on the Juggernaut. Where the heck did he... That must have been... Oh, man. It's hard to keep track of kills with a Zeus on the map because people won't even be near Cha. Okay, there we go. This raised spikes on to... Cha's just going to try to get out. He doesn't... Oh, and he gets blown up because Rubik comes down. That's one of the dangerous things about going for ganks, man. You never know without a carry there. So they get blown up and they get sent back. This is kind of bad for IG. It hurts their momentum a lot. And they're a fairly momentum-heavy team. You know, Shadow Demon has to do very well, or Shadow Fiend has to do very well along with Juggernaut. You know, these are... And you need your damn it. Tar... I swear, next time I will not miss as many kills. This is getting ridiculous. I think I've missed every single one so far. I'm really sorry about that, but the Tidehunter is somebody you also want to have a ton of farm on because you get that refresher and, you know, it's half GG. Smoke's revealed by just the creeps there and the heroes, because it can only be revealed by heroes. But there's TP support. This is going to be Zai's life. He just dove too deep in there, and there's nothing they can do to help him. Ferrari just going to take the chance to get out while Zeus secures the kill on that Tidehunter. Hey, guys, check that out. I got one. Free camera is a hard camera. Okay, down here we got Broodmaster just kind of trading blows with June. I want to make sure I don't want to miss anything. Kyun and LPC sitting top for Tong-fu. And I gotta say, this is looking really good for Tong-fu. IGE is a really, really awesome team, and I guess these both are legacy teams, so they're always fun to watch. LPC pulling the creeps here, like I was telling you earlier in the game that a lot of people do. We got Ogre Magi coming in mid, but he's scouted out by the creeps, and there's going to be no gank here. Oh, Brewmaster split going out, but it's going to be no good. He has to run away. He was using it to escape, and he's just going to get blown up by Cha on the Skywrath Mage. Such a mouthy hero, but he's one of my favorites. All right, Ogre Magi coming down the river, seeing what he can do, and that's a really good pick off for IG because it stops the Brew from getting his Blink Dagger and a split. It makes him a less dangerous thing for them to take on, and it gives Shadow Fiend a lot more time to come online. Kabu, I'm following him right now because he's gonna go for this rune, and there's gonna be some contention for it. Oh, Cha just blows it up. What a little jerk. Funny though. All right, Tron mid lane, he's just farming up some creeps. They're trying to get him his level 6 so he can get his Finger of Death online. That is some huge killing and pick-off potential if you roam around with one of your cores and get it going. Shadow Fiend, meanwhile, has moved into the jungle. Come on, clickies. There we go. And so he's just going to be grabbing some creeps up here. I don't know what was pinged out, but LPC and Kabu maybe just doing some farming. Let's see what's on the courier. Okay, Smoke of Deceits both coming out for Rubik and Ogre Magi. Well, we got a group up mid for IG. I think they kind of suspect something's happening here just because they can't see the two supports on the map. They're way back there. Oh, that's a Blink Dagger for Ferrari 430, and that's going to be really important for his positioning. Now, we got some stuff breaking out, so I'm going to zoom out a little bit and pan up. Oh, there's the Ravage, but it only gets the two supports who are too far away to do anything about Anchor Smash. Does he have enough to kill him? He does not, but oh, no, he does. He got him, and then meanwhile, Zeus shot down a lightning bolt, but it didn't help this poor Ogre Magi as June teleports home. So really good pickoffs for IG as they're going to rotate top to see if they can get something happening to this Razor, but he smells it. He's out. He's just, no thank you. Oh, no, he's going for the rune. Is he? Okay, no, he's going back to his lane, so no ganks coming out right now. Skywrath Mage on the bottom trying to defend against this Brewmaster, although I don't know if he knows he's there. So okay, he's just going to blink out. He's going back to base. Okay, they're going back to the stacking up some camps, waiting for that 53. There it goes. Then walks away for the Hellbears. Stacking the camp, of course, gives you more creeps available to kill for money. So the only problem with stacking that is he brought him into this camp, and so there's vision on this camp. So he stacked this one and blocked this one. But it looks like okay, Zeus throwing out the ult. He sees some supports and he's gonna go for him with Un9 and Kabu coming up with. There's both Kabu smoked, of course, but they're just gonna hide under their tower and they'll probably be. Oh damn! The damage from the Zeus is insane. Ooh, luckily a split on the Skywrath ult, so not doing as much damage as it could have done. June coming in, and they're going for the Rubik. Spin to kill. So that is an easy kill on a Rubik for no, and you know, they got Lion with no Panda split, no nothing. He's rocking no mana though, so he's really hoping. Okay, I thought he was gonna scout out Roshan, but I guess not. Meanwhile, mid, look at this, 91 last hits for this Shadow Fiend. Let's check our net worth, see what everybody is currently kicking at. Oh, it's disgusting. He's over 1,100 ahead of the Razor, and I think Shadow Fiend is a much scarier. Much scarier carry than Razor, just because his damage is insane and he can get you from so many different places, and even when you kill him you have to worry about killing yourself. Now Razor's gonna TP out back to base as he smells something in the woods. So Ferrari and Chuan having to wait. They're probably just gonna, they realize he's gone, going in. Funkabu trying to grab some levels as they both have just hit 6. So that's really good because Rubik, you're coming online, you got your spell still, and he's also coming. Ogre Magi is coming online with his multicast, the thing that makes him the luckiest, the most skilled hero you'll ever play. Everything is luck. Okay, so June coming up. He's before he even attacks the tower, they fortify it for the top one against this DD Shadow Fiend with the Blueberry of Destiny right here. It's back up to 36 souls. So. All right, he's got level 11 already, which is super good. I mean, this is looking good for IG again, but we'll see what happens as the game progresses. They decide not to go for it as Lion TP's bottom. They see Rubik. They see Rubik right now as an easy kill, and Rubik right now he's such a greedy support. Like you got to get him some survivability. You know, you need a Blink Dagger, you need a Force Staff. Like okay, you don't need it, but it's super helpful to have. Okay, 3 top, not doing much of anything. Skarath, just wandering through, waiting to stack this camp probably. Courier, bringing him Sentry Wards? I don't know, I'm not sure. Alright, he passes this bounty room up. They're gonna go for mid, it looks like. Skywrath gonna hook around, but then decides not to as Rubik goes out. Top tower taking some damage from Queen. Oh, man, I'm so bad at pronouncing this. And bottom destroyed by Lion. So they get a tower for free. It seems no one gets killed. Oh, there goes Ferrari using the yes, he used his Requiem of Souls and just blew up. The poor Brewmaster. Razor. Brewmaster gets taken out by Skywrath. Like I told you, that silence is the death of a Brewmaster because you can blink in and you go to split and you get nothing for your troubles. LPC doing some damage to this middle tower, trying to bring somebody back from this top, but it looks like Ferrari's just gonna. He decided he's gonna tank it, but he should be careful. Zeus's damage is serious. It's real. Okay, he's got some June coming up. Zai, he's going. Where the hell did he go? Or maybe he just ported it. Oh, he canceled the port. He's back up. He gushes. And there's the Omni Slash, and that is awesome. Oh, even in the Omni Slash, the Shadow Fiend gets the kill. Insanity. He's got his treads, Blink Dagger, bottle so far. But Rubik steals the Omni Slash. Let's see if he can catch June. And that's one of the most satisfying things you can do as a Rubik is Omni Slash and mofo with his own Omni Slash. But it doesn't look like he'll be able to catch him. So this 4 squad roaming around. Looks like another invisibility rune for Ferrari. Super good on the Shadow Fiend because you can just stand in the middle of them and blow up your Requiem and do so much damage. And then the rest of your team initiates before they even know what happened. This 4 stack, is this? Yeah, 4 stack over here. Looks like they're going to just try to take this top tower and try to get something for all of the trouble this lane has caused them. They're 5 kills down, and that's never a place you want to be this early in the game. So doing some tower damage. No TP support come in, and it looks like they're going to let this go and try to take mid, which they automatically do, and it's dead. This healing ward doing work. You can tank a tower so easily that way. And then, of course, the top tower going in for the trade. They're going straight in, though. June's ready to kick ass and take names. Not going for the stats build we saw the other day. Who was that from? As soon as I'll probably have to link it in the comments. Oh, no, it was the XMLG Captain's Draft. The XMG Captain's Draft final. which was really good. Go watch it. Even if buy a ticket, go watch it. Support those guys. They're awesome. They're the ones who made me want to do this a lot. Them and then Toby Wan, of course. So go support everybody. This is one hell of a community. But those games are even fun to watch because you get in Captain's Draft, you don't get to see. You get to see heroes you wouldn't normally see in Captain's mode. So, all right, Shadow Fiend with a invisibility rune, getting ready to go in. Gush on Zin, and then here it is. He just gets blown up. There goes that Zeus. All right, Juggernaut taking the kill there, and then they're just gonna knock this tower down. Here comes the glyph of fortification, and they use their own to protect their mid from a Rubik. But this is a trade they'll make any day. A tier 1 for a tier 2. Especially this early in the game. We haven't even hit it 20 minutes in. They're teleporting back, and they're even going to be able to get the deny. Oh, are they? Okay, they're just going to go for the kill. The Brewmaster split is there. He's not focusing on the tower. The Siege Creep's going to do it. Siege Creep for the win. Boom. Meanwhile, the Lion gets taken out. It looks like the split might not be completely... yeah, it's not used to full effectiveness. It's time. Oh, they even get... backdoored, and they get the kill on the Brewmaster, who's silenced up, and then just one anchor bash to the back of the head from Tidehunter. Looking really bad for Tong-fu. Some teams at this point, they'll abandon a game that's going really badly, but I guess it's not going as badly as no, it's going pretty badly. Like, if you see this, the 2 levels ahead on their main carry, but if they can get the kill on Ferrari, he's worth so much money right now. So that's one of the good things about the turnaround system. You don't have teams calling GG so early because they think they can't win. Okay, both teams on the side of a tower, always interesting, while Lion pushes out top lane. Juggernaut being bait with a healing ward. Zeus trying to... It looks like he might be thinking about blinking in and going for this. Okay, it's just a stalemate right now. This is really bad. Like, I hate stalemates in this game because it costs you farm, it costs you everything. Okay, they're going in. Multicast. It's a ×2, and then blink in by Shadow Fiend, who blows it up after the Ravage coming out, and that was a deadly, deadly combo. Killing Rubik almost instantly. June into the trees, but he goes into both of the carries of the other team and just gets blown up. Here comes Ferrari, 430. This is a really big pickoff if they can get it. He's just trying to strut his way to safety. I don't think it's going to happen. I think they're going to get this kill. That was a huge kill. Look at that. 1,000, almost 1,000. Whoa. 1,400 in experience and almost 1,000 in gold. That is a significant swing. And it brings, look at that. Razor is now the same level as Shadow Fiend. So they make up for some of that time lost in the stalemate by just getting a few choice picks. And like they killing only 2 of IG, but those are the exact 2, if you could choose, that you'd want to get the pickoffs on. So let's see. Brewmaster, of course, got his blink online. He's got his power treads. Let's see. Anything? Let's see. Rubik. He's got his mana boots. Super important. And BKB already up. Full duration, of course, for Kian on this Razor. Zeus rocking the mana boots. Always fun. Oh, he just picked up a Staff of Wizardry. See what he builds that into. I would normally take a guess, but this is Chinese Dota, and I don't follow the scene well enough to know the players as well as I know normal, like, not normal, but the Western teams. Okay, so I got Tranquil Boots on the Skywrath. Always good to keep him in the game. Ferrari, after going down, still picking up a Yasha and Black King Bar. His good thing about Shadow Fiend is you can always come from behind. Meanwhile, over here we got a Blinking by Chuan. He gets fingers, and then, yes, fingered to death. One thing that only happens to you in Dota. Luckily enough for... Never mind, that was almost a very crude joke. Okay, Zeus, he knows something's around here. He's checking for ward, but he doesn't see the you light up my life ward, apparently. That's that Thunderbolt, of course, giving visibility in the general areas. And then he goes... Oh, he finds one, though. So it's one of the best things about... that's why Zeus is really good against techies, because he can reveal your mines and stuff with Thunderbolts. So he can always check if it's safe, and it causes you a lot of problems with your techies. So a lot of people, if they see techies, will auto-pick Zeus here. All right, meanwhile, down at the bottom tower, we got... Oh, Frog onto him, and then Spiked Earth. Oh... Panda Split trying to get out, and then he finally gets it done. Gonna zoom out a little bit while these bears chase down this poor little Skywrath who's gonna get stunned, and he's dead. Meanwhile, the Juggernaut just tries to run to freedom as they turn around, and they're gonna take this tower. Oh, he gets the deny! That's very, very good for them. Oh, no, I guess not. He almost had the deny. That's one of the scary places for him to be. Blinking to the trees, but they don't see him. They don't suspect he's there. Meanwhile, this invisible, man, RNGesus for the win. Okay, they frog him up. The Brewmaster, who just gets blown up immediately while this poor guy's trying to teleport out. Oh, and he makes it back to base. Didn't see that coming, but just sometimes you don't have the burst damage to deal with this tanky Ogre Magi. Starts out with 9 base armor. That's pretty good. All right. They're going to go for Roshan, of course, with that pick off of the Brew because their main initiator is down. So they'll probably have to deal with some harass from the Zeus, and maybe he'll even try to steal the last hit, but right now he's just trying to get vision. Maybe, oh man, he's really damaging the hell out of him. Oh, Force Staff on him. So, he messed up their entire Roche just by throwing in some spells and damaging their tank and everything. So they're going to go back, they're going to smoke up, and they're going to come back in. But, okay, they blink across the river. Immediate frog on to LPC. Meanwhile, Keen gets the link over on Chuan. He's stealing his damage, and he's just going to blow him up. So over here, we've got Tong-fu trying to take out this Zeus as they spin and win. But Kabu's coming around. He's going for the multicast. Oh, here comes the Zeus ult. But Kabu's going to go down. June really low, and so is Chuan. Here comes the Ravage trying to save them. There goes Ferrari, 430, blowing it up, and they get the turnaround kill. They're going to get Keen here, and Zeus has to run away before he gets blown up. So it's a 2-for-4 trade. And this is also going to be Roche, but they didn't get the important one, the one that was causing them all that trouble. This Zeus here, who's is going to be scouting out this pit. You can hear it. You can't see it, but you can hear it as it's happening. They're trying to pull it a little more towards this side. So in that case, he throws down the lightning bolt, but they couldn't see it. So he's trying to get closer. He's trying to reposition himself to get more vision on this pit so he can drop whenever he wants. Oh, he blinks in, and he's just destroyed. That's a mega kill going the way of Ferrari as they take out Roshan and give the Aegis of Immortal and a butterfly up on Ferrari. This Shadow Fiend's he's crazy. He's out of control. Let's check his net worth. Yeah, look at that. He's 4,000 ahead of his closest rival. Of course, the only problem with that is, nope, even then, the next two are his own team. This is looking very, very bad for Tong-fu, who had a really an exciting game and victory in game 1. So we'll see how this unfolds as we wait for their cores to respawn. Oh, he's going for Kian, but now he just decides to get out of there. And the thing that's really good about Manta Style against Razor is it breaks his static link. So that way you can just immediately break off that damage. You don't have to run around. You don't have to try to get away from him. You just break it and turn around on him, especially when you're this Shadow Fiend who can do so much crazy damage. You break that, you turn around, you use your damage, you blow him up. It's as simple as that. So we'll see how this Brewmaster's doing down here. He's just farming up the jungle. Picked up an Ogre Club. Probably going to be a BKB so he knows he can always get his Primal Split off. Because that BKB prevents, of course, any magical damage from coming through. There's still some suns that go through it, but nothing on this team that I would see. The only thing he has to be wary of is if they get it before he can BKB. Okay, Xingqiu getting scouted out by Ferrari, who's just afraid of nothing at this point. He's like, hey, I see you over there. Walks out. He's going to see if he can get Kabu. Blinks over to him, and then Requiem's on his face. Oh, I should not use that phrasing. And then he's bringing it on to Wicked Sick. Meanwhile, in the forest, they're going for Cha, and they're going to get it. Kian using that Fade Bolt to get the kill. But 1-for-1. Tong-fu's got to be a little bit happy with that because they just need some sort of pickups. Zai staying awfully close to this recent pickup, and Rubik gets the steal, pulls out an Anchor Smash, which is good. It reduces armor, which will do very well for, oh man, that poor Brewmaster being blown up. Look at this terrifying DD Ferrari. He's just got all of the runes this game. He's a rune master. I don't know if that's a thing. It's probably not a thing. All right, so they wait for the creep wave, and they'll probably dive in on this tower because it has backdoor protection. Oh my goodness. Blows up that creep wave, turns around, and then there it goes. Look at that. Tick, tick, tick. Done. BKBs. I don't know what you could do against this Shadow Fiend if you're Tong-fu. Blink in, and look at this. Pops him up in the air. Like a raise and 4 right clicks, and you're dead. He has to be careful. He does major damage, but he can't tank. Their tank is Razor, but he doesn't have any tanky items yet. He got a Hand of Midas instead. I mean, no, I guess he has his Black King Bar, but it's just... there's so much damage coming out between the burst damage of the Juggernaut, the Ravage Requiem combo, because the Ravage will keep you it'll keep you right where they want you while he requiems all over your entire team. I gotta stop saying it like that. That is phrasing time. Phrasing hitch. Okay, so IG looking out to push out the top lane, get that last remaining tower. Objective-based gaming, always good to see. Well, pickups are fun. Objectives win games, as they say. So Ferrari, he's going to be trying to zone out the other team here while they do the creeps. So he's going to grab some of the jungle, some of the farm, and of course there's the defend ping coming out. They think there might be a ward over here, I think is why they're throwing the pings that way. Ferrari just picking up some free camps as Tong-fu scouts out the completely wrong direction. Altogether, no smoke or anything on him. They're just kind of hanging out as Rubik blinks himself into some trees and on a cliff, and I don't know, maybe he's trying to get that flying vision. Okay, IG, of course, seeing them now because of the creeps, they're going to go for this. Oh, there's the frog, the gush, the bolt. Wow, spending a ravage for an ogre kill. I wouldn't agree with that. They must have thought that there was more on the team there because you got the ravage and then the blink in from Ferrari, but there was nobody there for him. I mean, it would have been a great initiation, but there was no one there. Ferrari cleans up this creep wave. The rest go up here chasing Zeus. I don't think they'll catch him. So, okay, some harassment out on Rubik as June walks in. He's got his Omni Slash up, so he's looking like once this creep wave... Okay, creep wave's cleared. Ferrari tanking it up. He's got 3,200. Buys a butterfly. Okay, that's going to make... Let's make everybody else's life miserable because the dodge on the butterfly... You can't hit him while he's requieming, and so you can't even stop the crazy burst damage that's coming. Okay, let's see what he trades out for this. Courier's following him like, hey buddy, I got your stuff. He's just kind of like the naggy little guy on the shoulder, and he's just ignoring him for now. He's like, hold on, I need to use this invisibility room. Okay, no, he switches out. Why did he switch out there? All right, so. Put it on the courier. Oh, maybe I'm having a playback glitch. So Ferrari uses his invisibility rune on his bottle, and June, of course, just using his healing ward and getting some farm. Ferrari's perfectly happy to let him get some farm at this point because look at this. He's got a Manta Style, a Butterfly, a BKB, a Blink Dagger, boots, and a bottle. He's pretty set for now. So he also doesn't want them to know he's there, because the more invisible he can stay, the more damage he can do to the other team just by standing near them and using his ult. So that's why you have the rest of the team back here while he's sitting pretty here. Okay, let's see what they're going to do. He's just going to go for a raise and do some damage. Okay, his rune runs out, and he has to walk back. Gets scouted out by the creeps, and so he just... Oh, well. Okay, everybody's hanging out in the forest. Or the jungle. Although, if you ask me, that's a deciduous forest. But, whatever. I'm kidding, it's the jungle. Alright, so not a lot happening right now. Let's see if... Oh, here we go. Ultimate from Zeus. Dive in, and they blow it up. And then here comes the BKB. The Requiem of Souls doing so much damage, but he doesn't have enough support. He has to jump out. There's the Omni Slash going around to a bunch of different targets. He goes to the spin, trying to get Kian. There goes the Ravage. They're going to get it. The Refresher, the Ravage. And there goes Razor, Ogre, and Rubik. Brewmaster getting out only due to his spit, and there's the GG coming out from LPC on the Rubik. That was a really fun game to watch, and it shows the danger of that Shadow Fiend once he gets just that much ahead of you and he just runs away with it. The raises bringing the victory. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this cast, and I'm going to try to do a few more of these, and I really appreciate anybody who watches them. And any feedback, of course, leave in the comments. If you want to see Game 1 with me and Baumi, I'm going to link that also in the comments. So have fun, and yeah, you're going to have to tune in to... or maybe go get... The iLeague's free, so if you want to watch the last Game 3... Or I guess there is no Game 3, but if you want to watch... Oh, wrong. No, yeah. If you want to watch Game 3, go and check it out in Dota. Support, go see their casters. Let them know how they're doing, and check out and thank them for doing this free league. It's always fun to watch. All right. Have a good one, guys. I'm out.